What's up, traders? Welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard Trading Coach. I will be doing a live trading session, live analysis, live discussion about trading psychology, fundamental and technical aspect of trading that we do every Monday to Friday. So today is a very important day. As you know, that CPI coming today, FOMC coming today, as well as GBP news coming. So if you want to rock up the day like with us that we do every day, special today, make sure you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. Make sure that you join the free Telegram channel in the beginning so that all the updates you always stay up to date to be a profitable trader in your journey, to help so that we can have more opportunity to help you in your trading journey. So as usual, I'll be starting with first of all some of the hottest trade. Let's look at euro dollar. Now we have seen that euro dollar and GBP USD, all the instrument doing exactly same way as euro dollar. Before I go to the euro dollar, I first look at DXY, as DXY will give us a clear direction in the market about all the USD pairs. Now DXY, what I see that DXY is has done exactly as per the analysis that we posted in our weekly Forex forecast. Now if I look at DXY, you might be asking that how does the weekly Forex forecast has done. Now as you can see in our weekly Forex forecast, this is what exactly expected. I'll just quickly, guys, bring that file to you so that you know exactly what happened during the weekly Forex forecast. So this is the reason I'm bringing these references, guys. You know that everything is all about learning, and once you track back with the past, with the present and the future, then you know exactly how the market moves. It's a great learning, great educational institute that you will ever find. So this is the weekly Forex forecast exactly posted on YouTube. Now let me quickly play that weekly Forex forecast and see how it has done, so that you learn next time you can do by yourself the same way. So we see that DXY in fact did exactly as it is. If we look at the DXY current chart, we see that this is the weekend candle, this doji here, showing now a bit in a different way, but this is what exactly we saw. The DXY has gone there, has filled that imbalance, and we see the market now coming back down again exactly as planned. Now what factors I considered in that case, and so that next time you can take this move or understand the proper technical analysis to see the movement in the market. Now keep in mind that when DXY has formed this chart here over the weekend, a couple of things that I looked at initially. Firstly, the imbalance is very important, guys. As you know that the market doesn't like imbalance, the market doesn't like gap. So when you see the imbalance in the market, gap in the market, you see that imbalance and the gap is filled very easily, because this is how the market moves. Now we saw that there is a big drop on DXY after liquidity gap correction drop, and we saw the market has consolidated along this zone and leaving that imbalance completely unchecked. And from that zone, what we have seen that DXY, this is why it is expected to go up. And if you look at this zone here on DXY, we saw that from the bottom multiple times liquidity gap. There is one here, there's one here, there's one here. So back to back 3 liquidity grab has given a huge momentum to DXY for this bullish move to the upside, and as a result we have seen DXY has gone there, feel that imbalance. Now it is coming down for a deeper drop. Now long-term trend is being reflected. Keep in mind that trend is your friend all the time. If you trade with the trend and do proper risk management, always you remain in profit zone. So let's look at now where we can see the trading opportunity. Now you can see DXY, this leg is also a liquidity grab. As I mentioned in my analysis that there's one here, there's one here. Every time the price grabbed liquidity, the price dropped the other direction. So we saw that DXY with this liquidity grab here, we have seen that DXY has formed now a head and shoulder, and the price is melting. Now with that melt, as I mentioned in my yesterday's live session in the New York session, we could see that DXY now subsiding. Now as FOMC coming, what I think that with that FOMC incoming and CPI, we could see a very weakness in DXY. It might break this low, and that can give us, so we can come to the conclusion that gold, euro dollar, GBP USD, AUD USD, they look like to be bullish. Dollar yen could be bullish, could be very, because yen, if yen getting weakest, then we might see dollar yen is going to the upside or moving in a sideways, and dollar CAD, USD CHF looking like to be bullish. So we'll be jumping on all of them one by one. I will look at the gold as well. Let me know in the chat how you're going, guys. Thank you for joining here in this live session. I really appreciate your support to the channel, and give a big like, guys. It's really helpful. Thank you. Jack, good morning, coach. Hope you are doing great. Thank you, Jack. I'm doing very well. Felix, good morning. You do? Good morning, coach. Shade, good morning, boss. Will today's news affect the pairs like Aussie and GJ? Yeah, absolutely. Today's news is very important. It will affect all the pairs that I believe, more or less, but mostly affected pair will be affected, means like the volatile pair effect could be a negative word. So mostly volatile will be gold, euro dollar, GBP USD, all the USD pairs, and yen pair also will be volatile, because you know why this happens. You see that when there is, let's say, a huge volatility in any of the instrument, especially on USD pairs, you'll see it impact all the pairs. There are 2 reasons behind it. I will explain. Well, thank you. Good morning. Gold for bio. So gold looks like bullish, so we'll be looking for bullish opportunity after a pullback. Let's see. Good morning. Yeah, okay. Forex Law, thank you very much. I'll do that. Awesome. Okay, so looking at, yeah, Forex Law, I'll do that, no problems. After the live, I will replay your message, no problem. Okay, so looking at that point of, okay, so keep in mind that we might think that, okay, it's FOMC on dollar, maybe I can keep the GJ or GBP JPY as it is, but as a matter of fact, when there is a high impact news comes, all of them affect. You know why? Because can you tell me, let's say when FOMC or very high impact news on USD, how does GBP JPY is also getting very volatile or impacting, or during that news time, you'll see that pair is also getting very erotic, or you can say anyway become very volatile in one word, or aggressive. Can you let me know in the chat? I want to see your idea also. What do you think? What could be the reason? Let's say the news in FOMC that affect USD, but why does GBP JPY also getting very volatile? What could be the reason behind it? What's your bias on DXY? Okay, so my bias on DXY on CPI is bearish. So this is what we are discussing. For me, it's bearish. We might see some what I think that in this CPI or in all those news coming up, we might see some spike, okay, which is very likely to happen. And that a spike, what I think that could give this instrument for further probability to drop, because let me tell you how the spike really shape the movement of price. Let's say DXY, the way market we see here is bearish, okay? Everyone understand it, because with little knowledge about trend, about technical analysis, everyone can understand that DXY is currently bearish. Anyone can understand, every retail trader. And once everyone understand, then everyone sell, right? Like this, the big profit target, news coming up, CPI, everyone sells. Now, why does a spike in fact enforce the price, or move the price in a greater way? Is because when there is a spike, when everyone is selling here, okay, that a stop loss is a buy order. That means that you are a buyer on your stop loss. And when there is a spike, okay, there is a spike, that means that you bought a lot. Everyone bought a lot, okay? A lot means not lot, a lot of volume. Everyone bought from the market. When everyone bought as a retail trader, the big investor sold that market, okay? And because of that, after a spike, the price move aggressively or get a new momentum in the market for further movement in the direction. And that is why it is important to look at the overall overall direction in the market, overall and when there is a news comes up, there is always a spike comes up in the market. And that is spike, what I think that as CPI is coming, FOMC coming, we could see significant spike, okay? And then we might see that the price is coming down. So far, before the news, we should be able to find some good trading opportunity, because the news day is always volatile. Now this current candle on DXY, you can see, which is closing in an hour 13 minutes later, what I see that you can see it crossed this Doge's high, okay, grab the liquidity, and we can see the market now slowly coming down. And I think that DXY is likely to drop a little further. It's approaching this support, and with that support approaching, we might see a little pullback. But at the end of the day, this market is, for me, is bearish. So we started to see the direction, the little bit of confusion that we had yesterday about the gold and DXY. What I see now, the direction is very clear to me. Very clear means you need to always keep in mind that trading is all about probability, okay? Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm a trader. So make sure that you do your own research as well. I could be wrong at any point, but trading is about probability. So in my opinion, in my analysis, I think that DXY now bearish, gold is bullish, but it could be completely the other way around. And that's why it is important that when you trade, you do proper risk management. My trade is very accurate, you have seen so far. It doesn't mean that I am always right. I could be wrong, and I sometimes do get wrong. And in that case, I just exit the trade in the fastest way possible. That's the trading, the best trading psychology you can find ever. So I'll look at now the other instrument. Hi coach, you are best, no problems. Abibi, thanks for your appreciation. And good morning coach, thank you. Gold sir, yeah, absolutely, thank you very much. So we'll jump on gold now. Okay, now gold, I will be looking at first of all bigger picture, what's happening in the market. We saw that from this 4-hour time frame. First I will look at 4-hour. Let's look at first bigger picture, monthly, and then I'll look at again 4-hour and lower time frame, even the 15 minutes. So you see that monthly gold is bullish. The previous months, if I look at the multi-time frame perspective on gold, we saw that previous months the price has bounced from this monthly support, there is a big bullish engulfer on the monthly, followed by back to back. This is the December candle, and then this is the January, February, March, April. Every detail I can remember on all those candles. So we saw that gold was significantly bullish, and then we saw that there is a big gap opening on the monthly, and we saw there is, with this gap opening, weekless candle, this February candle, which is in fact penetrated to the downside on gold, and then grab liquidity from here, closed above the support, and then the next month on March we saw that gold couldn't break this previous monthly low. As a result, we have seen a strong bounce to the upside. Now with that bounce, we have seen that gold in fact closed as a big bull candle that has a long wick at the top and also long wick at the bottom. And we saw that this month, once the market opened, gold started to again bounce to the upside. Now with that bounce, what we see that currently gold is moving to the direction of the major trend. Now if I look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective, there is in fact a big, you see this previous week's candle, the overall picture again on the weekly was also, you see, significantly bullish. From here there was an inverted head and shoulder here, and with that inverted head and shoulder creation, gold has created this big bounce to the upside, followed by this triangular pattern. And that triangular pattern on gold, okay, this is an important pattern that has created on gold. And we saw that previous week the price on the lower time frame has violated this support, grabbed liquidity, and then closed above with this big bullish candle. Now this week we saw the significant movement to the downside due to the fundamental. We saw on Friday NFP release, we have seen that there is a positive job growth, positive, all the data on NFP was positive to DXY, and as a result we saw some sliding on, like some bumping on the DXY that caused the gold to slide. But at the end of the day, you know, as I mentioned, that FOMC coming, there's some major decision coming from FOMC that so far we have heard of, and from that perspective we have seen that again DXY is coming to its original direction, that means to the downside. And with that movement we see that gold again bouncing to the upside. Now if we, you know, combine the technical aspect as a trader, I see that gold now going in the right direction. Okay, now keep in mind that fundamental might, you know, cause little bit of disruption in technical for short term, but what I found is that at the end of the day the price mainly moves in the major direction of the trend always, because, you know, the movement of the price comes from the investors who are investing in the market. So with that in mind, if I look at the daily, what we see that from the daily perspective, that previous day's candle, this one, and this is the daily chart. As I mentioned, whenever I sit on my trading desk, the first thing I look at is on the daily chart, because daily chart is very reliable and you can find a very good direction in the market from the daily chart. This is the support. You can see support here, support here, support here, support here, support here. Now there is a very important clue to look at on daily chart on gold. You see there is a big bull candle with a significant liquidity grab, followed by another bull candle that has crossed the previous ones completely. Now normally this bullish candle is a buying candle. For those who bought here, also been stopped out below this level. That's why this bullish candle has multiple times more than volume than this one. And because of that, the more volume, the stronger the movement will be. And we saw that the market showing a very healthy direction. If you place your Fibonacci on the daily movement, this is the impulse on the daily, you can see exactly the price has come to 61.8% Fibonacci level on the daily, and that's the sign that market is very healthy. So when you see the market is healthy, you can expect the price to go in the direction. So now buying on gold will be a good idea in the direction of the trend, on the right place, not blindly. This is the daily candles today. So far the market open, we have seen already movement have occurred, and I think that because you see this is a liquidity zone, we might see some now pull back on gold to the downside, and then we'll be buying. The way the price action I see, for me, I'm fully bullish on gold. And going to the 15 minutes chart, we can see that on the 15 minutes there is already a very strong vertical move occur. On the 1 hour and 15 minutes, you can see that this is a very strong move, almost 7-8 hours of bullish move. The price went to an overextended zone. We could see short-term pullback, which is very needed, especially for me. This is 1 hour chart, very clean chart. You can see this is a very important level on 1 hour, which is aligning with this long-term support and resistance. Let me extend that level here. We see that this level from the 1 hour perspective, okay, so you see this support, this resistance here, support here, resistance here, which is turning support here on gold. What I see that from the 1 hour perspective, there is an impulse. We see back to back quite a few 1 hour candle was a strong bullish here. So if I take the Fibonacci for 1 hour, we can see that the price now, you see this is the 61.8% on 1 hour, which is also aligning with this level, and that could be a very important level on gold. And I will be waiting for a stronger pullback. 61.8 will be very good level, but even before that, if we see a stronger bullish move, we can look at. But what I think that we might see now in a couple of hours might be slow down, because there is a news coming up before CPI, we should be able to see. But in the meantime, you can see on the 15 minutes, any trade coming up, guys, along the way, we'll look for potential trading opportunity. For me, I think that gold will be now on a pullback, and any kind of pullback towards the level, we will look for potential buying opportunity. And I will not recommend to sell at the moment on gold, though you could see some short-term movement to the downside unless you are trading on very lower time frame. But I will be more than happy to buy on gold. And this is the main thing here, guys, that jumping on a trade is easy. Just taking a trade you can take always, but being patient is the key, and that's the test. That these are the 3 trades that you can see so far this week. Since the market open, we closed 3 profitable trades on gold, and 3 of them are profitable. And this is you see in this whole section, I opened 3 trades, and I had to look hours of time to look for the right trade, and that's trading is. And I have given you guys that idea of how I was doing that. Now yesterday also we had a great trade on Gbpusd in this YouTube live, so make sure, guys, you stay present and like the stream. Any trade coming up, I'll definitely look at it to find the best trading opportunity possible. We can see that this is the what I call the this is the gold trades that we have opened. You can see this, all those trades that in our channel that we have posted to the students, and with entry, stop loss, and take profit. And gold worked out exactly the same way. These 3 trades in our VIP Telegram channel, as well as the one that we have opened yesterday on Gbpusd. You can see that one also is still moving in the direction. So let's see how we can find more trades on this. Now, as I invite you guys, if you really want to trade with all of this with us and also learn our strategies, the way we are trading in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Also, you can join us to learn our strategies, to trade with us, to become an independent, professional, profitable trader. And I do, a call for live trade that we have done yesterday. But the only thing is that, as you have seen, some trade comes in a time, probably I'm not on YouTube live, and then I can post it on the VIP Telegram channel who are trading with us. So, and also you will be part of a trading community. You will be part of all the strategy that we are using, all the trading tools that we have in our academy. You will have access if you are our lifetime member. So link in the description area, and also there is a link at the top of the chat. You can visit the website. Let us know if you have any question. Any question you have, use the live chat. Agent, she will be able to answer any question you have. Always there. So make sure that you check that out too. So we saw that gold now going back to a bit on the 4-hour time frame, where we see that gold has formed this inverted head and shoulder here as well. Okay, you see this is the red candle. With this we can see inverted head and shoulder on, and I see the market now has completely broken to the upside, giving a very high probability now for gold to continue to the upside to its long-term direction of the trend. And I will be waiting for further confirmation for a bullish trading opportunity. This is 1-hour chart. I think that even gold may not come down to this level. If the momentum is strong, we might see even respecting this support here, we could see gold is going up. So this is the 5-minute chart. You can see, let it come down, especially to this support or to this level. If we find again the price is picking up, we'll consider for a bullish trading setup. We see some reversal here on the lower time frame, but I always prefer to trade with the trend. Now from the daily chart, we see gold already has moved almost 1 ATR. Let me place the ATR indicator. So if we look at the ATR on daily, we see that gold today the gold ATR is 272 points. So if we look at today's movement on gold, we see that almost 180 point movement happened. So almost less than a 1 ATR, but which is more than half ATR is in fact a bigger move. Okay, so today so far the price made a significant movement, and any kind of pullback, okay, especially to this support zone, will be incredible buy opportunity for us even during the news. If we see gold coming down, I think gold will respect even this candle here on the 4-hour. This is a bullish candle. After this big bullish engulfer, you can see it has a long wick. Highly likely the price will first feel that wick to the upside. So any kind of especially even to this level will be around 2013 level. If we see the price is respecting this level, could be a very good opportunity for us to go long on gold, and I will be waiting for an entry opportunity along this zone, guys. So let's see how it does. Make sure you smash the like button, guys, and also subscribe to the channel. Before I jump on to the next step, I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds so everyone have time to do that. Once you like and subscribe all the content that this week Saturday I'll be releasing a candlestick pattern complete beginner to advanced course. This will be a very unique course that I will be releasing on Saturday or Sunday during the London session time. So make sure you press that bell button as well. In that candlestick pattern course, I will reveal some of the secret that I have never told anyone. So make sure that you subscribe and stay tuned for that full course on candlestick pattern, how I look at the chart, how do I look at this kind of candle. So make sure you subscribe by pressing that button. Thank you for your support to the channel, Ibrahim Sulaiman. Morning coach, please check USD CAD and GBP AUD. Thank you, Ibrahim. I'll look at it now. USD CAD and GBP AUD. Okay, so NASDAQ, please. Thank you. No problems. Felix, good morning, coach. Eurojpy, please. Yeah, absolutely. Look at it. So USD CAD, GBP, AUD, Eurojpy. Okay, no problems. I'll look at Gibson. Good morning, coach. Can you please look at USD ZAR? Yeah, absolutely. I'll just quickly, I'll make a quick list. Sometime I forget. Okay, keep it in mind for the time being. Good morning, sir. Thank you for winning trade on GBP JPY yesterday. How best do you identify liquidity in and how and high TF? Okay, very good, Stephens. Yeah, I'll discuss it more on when we'll do the GBP JPY. Very good question for asking that. Thanks for that. Masood, yeah, I'll look at Bitcoin. And can Bitcoin yesterday rising affect the gold bullish trend? Yeah, Bitcoin and all of them, in fact, very correlated to, they are interrelated. Bitcoin, USD, very interrelated. We'll look at it as well. Okay, so okay, so let me look at Eurojpy, USD CAD, GBP, AUD, NASDAQ, and USD ZAR. So first I'll look at Eurojpy. Okay, looking at first of all bigger picture monthly. Always keep in mind, guys, that bigger picture is very, very important. That the professional trader, the big institutional trader, they always use bigger picture to trade the market, because at the end of the day, higher time frame is always dominant. The reason is, if you look at 5 minutes, you'll see a lot of wave up, down, that might not give you a very good direction in the market. So Eurojpy, we see that monthly, this market, you can see on the monthly, the previous month has a doji that has a huge liquidity gap. Why? Because it crossed this monthly low. When the price crossed this kind of monthly low and close as a long doji, that's a huge buying happen in this candle. And because there was a huge buying happen, and because it's a long-term bull market, we can expect Eurojpy now to move to the upside in this direction. This is the first thing that we can look at on the monthly on Eurojpy. And we see that this market from the higher time frame perspective is significantly bullish. Now if I look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective also the price action is bullish. We saw that from this support level, from this support there is a big bullish impulse followed by a doji. And we see this week, once the market opened, the buyers didn't make any mistake. There is a bullish movement happen. Now this is the weekly candle, which is the 2 days gone, 2.5 days remaining, half week in the middle. What I think that any kind of pullback will give us another buying opportunity. Now especially above this doji will be a very good place for a potential bullish trading opportunity. Now from the daily, we see that EJ already has made a movement to the upside from this zone where there is a big daily impulse. This is the daily impulse on Eurojpy. Highly likely the price will come back down here, will test this level and can give us potential buying opportunity if it comes. Now from the lower time frame, from 4 hour, we see that like the UJ also has a significant movement. This is a big bullish move followed by quite a few dojis, significant liquidity grab, and then we see this market now still creating series of higher high and higher low. Looks like that the market already made a significant move. I'll wait for any kind of pullback, especially to this level is a very important level, and from there I will be looking for potential buying opportunity. JPY pairs now very good for selling JPY, as JPY getting weaker and dollar and JPY both getting weaker. We see the risk on sentiment is on, so you could potentially see very good movement on JPY pairs, UJ as well as JJ. Now this is with UJ, let's look at Gbpjpy. Now looking at Gbpjpy on the 1 hour chart. Now guys, as I mentioned, this is the trade on New York session live. For those who were present in New York session, you have seen this trade, that this is a YouTube live trade guys to you given, and I will explain now. It's worked out, right? Like the gold trade that I have shown you on the VIP Telegram, this one given for the communities, for YouTubes, for free, to help you to learn trading. Everything is educational here. Just keep in mind that keep everything as educational as possible. It's just for you to learn trading. Now let me explain what caused me to call for the trade and what I use so that you can learn it, grow as a trader, and make sure that you pay attention fully before I explain. Now I'll replay this chart here. Okay, what I see that this is the candle when it was forming. I have called for this GJ trade, buy trade, and I told you guys that you can extend your TP target, and it in fact even 2 times 3 times you can have that TP fully hit. Now Gbpjpy, what caused me to call for this trade? Firstly, as I mentioned, the first thing that I look at in a market is the trend. Now I give 70% credit to the trend when I'm making my trading decision. Okay, it's very important that you look at that now, because you know trend is your friend until as long as you are trading. The people say until it bends in the end, but I don't say that, because even it bends in the end, is still trend is your friend, because when it bends it creates a new trend and you need to switch your direction and still be with the trend. So that's why I don't say that trend is your friend until it bends in the end, because you can't break up with the trend. If it bends, then you bend too and stay with the trend. So that's why I see that trend is your friend as long as you are trading. So you saw the GJ from this level with this 1 hour candle. Now trend is always, you know, first priority in my trading. So you saw that there is a big move happen to the upside. Now with that movement on GJ, this is the 1 hour candle. Now if I look at my liquidity indicator, we see that there is a huge liquidity gap here, and that's giving us the buy alert. And if I look at my TF indicator, we see the same thing, there is a buy alert. So both of them, so there is a liquidity as well as it is satisfying our TF strategy. Now if you look at the low of this 1 hour candle, what we see that there is a huge liquidity gap here. Okay, multiple time liquidity gap. Every time the price is forming a bullish price action, grabbing huge liquidity. Now with that said, what we saw that there's a big movement and in the direction of the trend, the price action, market structure, and liquidity. These are the main secret that I use in my trading, that I say that there are 3 secrets to be a master as a trader. You don't need bunch of indicators. It's good that you see in my chart also there is indicator, but I use mainly 3 secrets. As I mentioned earlier, the Nikola Tesla said that there is if you want to know the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. In fact, this is the reality. This is how the everything operates. So if you want to know the secret of the market, think in terms of market structure, liquidity, and price action. So you see the market structure is bullish, liquidity, huge liquidity gap, okay, and the price action is the candlestick pattern that we see that there's a big bullish candle along the direction of the trend, and that is where you will be, you know, this is where we call for the trade. And let's look at now how we can find the next opportunity in any of this instrument. Now if you want to access this indicator, you can do that too. If you are a lifetime member, you can find in your student dashboard all the details to do that. If you are not, then also you can join us to access this TF indicator, but I will invite you to first learn the strategy and then access the indicator. That's why you know how the indicator is working without being misled by the indicator, because I don't recommend you to use a tool that you don't know why it's working that way. So let's jump on to the current market situation now. On GJ, looking at a 4-hour time frame, we saw there is a significant movement on Gbpusd. The price on above, almost well above this resistance zone. We might see now a pullback on this one, like UJ and GJ. Okay, so any kind of a pullback, okay, on this one here to the downside, breaking this daily low, we might see that the market might be going up again. So from the breaking of this daily low, okay, we could see that GJ might give us another buying opportunity. I will wait for a break to the downside, because already we see that 1 2 3 4, this is the 5th session continuously bullish move, and we can expect, we can demand a pullback, and there is the 50% to 61.8%, which is the daily low. Breaking that zone could give us another buying opportunity on Gbpusd. And also guys, join the free Telegram channel, also link in the description. There is a link given in the chat. You can join that free Telegram channel to stay up to date as any live trade that we open in this live session. Any update will be given on the free Telegram channel, along with all the educational content that we are releasing for free. You can find in your mailbox, in your fingertips, just joining the free Telegram channel. Show you. Great job, thank you. Gold please. Thank you coach for learning about Forex. Joke, thank you very much for your appreciation as always here. Good morning Mr. Coach. For Gbpusd, sell or buy or not? Okay, I'll look at it now. Gbpusd. Okay, so Gbpusd, buy or sell. Okay, looking at Gbpusd, also an important pair for today. Now Gbpusd, all the USD pairs are now highly volatile. Looking at the news calendar first guys, let me look at Forex Factory. Okay, so this is the news calendar where we can see that Gbpujy, GBP news coming at 11 p.m. and USD 10:30 p.m. So this instrument on, marrying between GBP and USD, carrying GBP USD and GBP CAD, USD CAD, this instrument could be very volatile in the upcoming, even from now on. So because CPI is in fact also very important news coming up, and with GBP, so Bailey will speak, so there is always volatility when government or governor speak, BOE governor. So you can see that news how might be impacting the news. So you see that BOE governor is often experienced during this speech as traders attempt to display interest rate close. Okay, so yeah, so there will be a huge volatility on GBP, which will lead to Gbpusd to be very volatile. And with that in mind, let's look at now Gbpusd, how we can capitalize this move. Now for me, I think that this level on, along with this 20 EMA on Gbpusd, looking at daily, we see that there is a big bull candle on the daily time frame. Okay, now in the direction of the trend, we have found that Gbpusd, after coming down to this level, there is a rejection to the upside on Gbpusd. Now with that rejection, what I think that GBPUSD highly likely after breaking this daily low, if it come back to this daily low or even break down little bit downside, could give us a very good opportunity for a potential buy. Now looking at first of all monthly, okay, now from the monthly, if I look at overall picture in the market from the multi-time frame perspective, we see that GBPUSD has a big bullish angle for previous months, which is in fact has a long wick at the top and also liquidity at the bottom. So that is a bull candle. Followed by this month, we have seen that GBPUSD has in fact significant movement. Initially, we'll be waiting for a pullback to the support zone on GBPUSD. If I look at the weekly, what we see that, you see this is the weekly candle, the previous week, it is in fact a bullish candle. Now we saw there is a long wick, also bottom and top. So normally in the direction of the trend, when you see this kind of candle, you'll see that the price normally feel that long wick, okay, at the top, and we see it's going in that direction, and we might see GU is filling that week this week fully, or even breaking this high to create a new higher high, because there is an imbalance in that zone. Okay, there is an imbalance. I will also create a separate video on market imbalance on YouTube. I will release it for free, so make sure you press that bell button, subscribe, and stay tuned for this content coming up next. So you see that there's a huge imbalance, and that imbalance in fact propel that price to go in that zone. So there is a high probability from monthly and weekly perspective that GU is going to be bullish. Now looking at daily, we see that from the daily perspective, GBPUSD, this is the daily chart, and you know, if you look at the past, there is a saying that they said that if you look at the morning, you can predict the day. Similarly, if you look at the past, you can predict some kind of movement in the future. In fact, this is only way we can understand the future, by studying the past. So if you look at the past, you saw that GBPUSD has a big consolidation along the zone. Okay, now with that consolidation, the market has a huge liquidity gap from the support. Now this movement, this is the daily chart, and this kind of liquidity gap is a big sign of bigger movement in the market, and it's because of that we saw that GBPUSD is creating this pattern here. We saw that initially there was a probability for coming down, but we saw now the market picking up. So when normally you see that when the market moves in the direction of the trend is where the high probability trade comes in place. Now this is the daily chart, this is the daily candle, which is in fact a very strong bullish candle. So today, once the market opened, initially we have seen a beginning movement. That's the sign that we might see further move. But to take a bullish trade, let's jump onto the lower time frame. On the 4 hour, this is where things coming very interesting. Along this 20 EMA could be a very important area, or even breaking this low. What I think that GU will give us a very strong buy signal along this zone. If it touch this 20 EMA, cross this one, I'll look for potential buying opportunity in GBPUSD. As the way we see on the 4 hour, you see this is a big false breakout. Looks like a very high probability that it's maybe going to be a very strong false breakout. And we saw this long wick candle. What I think that during the CPI and during this news, we might see a long wick candle along the zone. Okay, with that long wick candle, we could see a clean inverted head and shoulder. Okay, a big amount of liquidity, and then the price might be moving in that direction to the original direction of the trend, with the expectation for the DXY to break to the downside. So yeah, GBPUSD for me is bullish. It's coming down means that we will get an opportunity to buy again, like we did GBPJPY. I will be looking to buy also GBPUSD. And you know, this is the YouTube live. If anything coming up, definitely I will not wait. I'll definitely jump on the trade. If it is not in, if whenever I get, I'll jump on a trade. This is my eye on GBPUSD. It's a very volatile currently because of the news. So GBPUSD, USD CAD, gold, and yeah, these other pairs could be very volatile today, especially GBPUSD, GBPJPY, gold, and USD CAD. So I'll look at it. Now let me look at dollar CAD. Before I go to dollar CAD, let me look at the request from you guys. UJ, we looked at GBP AUD, GBP JPY, you have looked at. GBP USD, we talked about it. USD ZAR, okay, I'll look at USD ZAR too. Okay, looking at USD ZAR. Now USD ZAR, for me, I think that this market also now reversing back to the support zone. If you look at USD ZAR, the price was respecting this resistance zone. This is for our chart, and we see that with the weakness on DXY, USD ZAR, for me, it's again breaking to the downside. If I look at weekly, we can see that there is already, you know, a movement happen. It may not be drastically bearish, but we could see, if you look at the support on USD ZAR, you can see it didn't, there was a weakless candle here. And what I think that USD ZAR might be coming down again to the support zone for a liquidity gap, and then we could see a bounce to the upside. From monthly, we have seen already a movement happen to the resistance zone. I think it will come down for a little move to the downside. So this is the daily candle where we saw this big bullish candle. I think USD ZAR for the short term, we could see to dropping back to this support level, because if you look at USD ZAR, there are back-to-back 3 dodges you can see, and then a breakdown, consolidation. Normally this is a reversal pattern. For me, USD ZAR is bearish. We might see coming back to this support, and then maybe we might see consolidating in this narrow range, but for the time being, I see that USD ZAR is currently bearish. Forex, how can I get liquidity flow indicator as I'm a lifetime member? Okay, Forex Law, send me your go to your student dashboard, you will find all the information, but I know that you have emailed me a couple of things, so I will, after the back test, I will get my team to get back to you. No problem, don't worry about it. I'll get you the access. You can find all the information in your student dashboard. Thanks for gonna do you, thanks for your good work. Do you, no problem, Felix, thank you. Also thanks for your support to the channel. Okay, as I mentioned, guys, it's everything for you. Thanks for that. Gold, JJ, please. Good morning, coach. Euro USD, please, and thank you. Okay, stunt Euro USD, absolutely, I'll look at it. Okay, I had a question from Masoud about Bitcoin. Okay, we'll look at Bitcoin quickly. Okay, BTC USD. Now we saw that BTC USD is a bull market. Okay, this is what also expected in my weekly Forex forecast. Let me look at the weekly. Now BTC USD is in a bullish trend for quite a few weeks. You can see that now past 3 weeks was in a consolidation on BTC USD. After this consolidation, it has broken to the upside, which is very predictable, because after this kind of big bull candle, 3 weeks consolidation, it is likely to move to the upside. Now BTC USD has, this market has now a good potential for further move, because you see this, all those red candle, there is an imbalance in the market, and the market already, you can see it is following a predictable trending pattern. You saw that there is a resistance here which is turning support here, and from that resistance turn support, after this double bottom, we have seen a big impulse correction. Now it is trending to the upside. BTC USD for me is bullish. Now if I look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, BTC USD has in fact big movement consolidation along this zone. Okay, so with that consolidation, in fact it is a bullish market. We saw there is a liquidity gap here every time the price is creating series of higher low along this zone. Now what I see, that BTC USD so far, there is an impulse which is predictable. When you see an impulse consolidation, it is in fact a bullish price action. The price is likely to break to the upside, and we saw that it is doing exactly in the direction. So we see this movement. Now what we see again today, pullback, which is very healthy. I'll be waiting for the price to come down here. Okay, and if you look at this lower time frame, which is the 4-hour 20 EMA, after this impulse, a pullback to this level could be a good opportunity to buy BTC USD. For me, it's a bull market, and I think that Bitcoin will continue to rise. Good morning, thank you, no problems. Good morning. Gold plays coach. Yeah, and it is CHF. Absolutely. Gold to me is bullish. We'll look at it. Okay, no problems. Forex law. Okay, you can get the information in your student dashboard, but after live, I will personally look at it and I'll let you know how you can get it. Okay, so let me look at now. We have looked at USD ZAR. Okay, so let me look at okay, we saw that looking at gold, guys, we see there is a movement to the downside, which is significant pullback. Might find so gold, gold is very important for us to for the moment, and it is coming down, guys. If it dropping to this level, will be a very good place. This is the 1-hour chart. I think that now you see gold is coming to the zone where we might find okay, which is dropping very good. This is what I expected, and to this level, dropping to this level on gold will give us a really good opportunity to buy again. And for me, gold, especially along this on 2008-9 level, could give us a very good opportunity for us to go long. For me, though it is reversing from this resistance zone, but it is a very high probability that after coming to that zone, we could find significant trading opportunity along this zone on gold. I'll look at this one here as well, because I always love to trade with the direction of the trend. Is very important for us. So Yeah, looks like that it's coming to a zone where we can expect for a potential buying opportunity. Okay, so patience is the key. You see that, as I mentioned, we had in last 2 days, last 2 trading days, on Monday and Tuesday, 3 trades on gold, and all 3 was, you know, from the right spot in the right winning. I know that some of you mentioned yesterday that you are probably struggling from patience, which is very normal, to struggle from patience. And you know, so this is the key to be a profitable trader, being patient for the price to come in the right place. And if you are trading for some time, I'm sure that you are experiencing the same thing, and that's fine. You know, I had a question from yesterday's Q&A session in our VIP group. I had a question from Mr. Osman. Let me look at that question. This was in fact a very good question. That will help really to overcome patience. Let me look at that question again. I told that I will. Okay, so Mr. Osman asked me, I have watched your videos on YouTube taking about emotional control. It was nice, thank you for that. Now the question is, does it not contradict the principle of attraction whereby train? Okay, so what Mr. Usman asked in this question is really a very good question in terms of patience. Developing patience as a trader is the key points. Now Mr. Usman said that I had a video on YouTube channel on the trading psychology where I explain how to practice patience as a trader, which is, I think, the key points. I know that, you know, trading psychology is a very big part of trading game, and unfortunately most trader overlook that part. You see, whenever I talk about even trading psychology, you see that view become a little bit of drop, and that's why you see that many trader doesn't talk even about it, because people, like, you know, everything we create for you guys, also for ourselves as well, for you too, and you are there, that's why I'm here, and everyone like that. And when people are not interested on something, people, you know, who are creator may not create that. But I'm telling you, the honest truth is that trading psychology is a big part of your success as a trader. And if you look at any successful trader who are profitable, they must place a very big emphasis on developing proper trading psychology. And for those, you know, if you're doing any kind of funded challenge or in doing, you know, that patience is so much important as a trader. So quickly going to that point, that question that Mr. Osman asked is that there was a video that I posted earlier that to practice patience is to do some kind of what I called a stoic, you know, there is a concept from the stoicism. It's a Roman, one of the greatest stoic is Marcus Aurelius. He was Roman emperor at the time, one of the most powerful men in the world that time. So he was influenced by another stoic who is Epictetus. He was a slave. So there is a chemist, and he is one of the pioneer of this stoicism. So stoics are very resilient in terms of emotional resilience as well as physical resilience. So emotional resilience is key to become a successful trader. Now stoics do a practice. It's not necessary that you need to do that, but I'm just explaining. If you like that, you can do that, no problem. Everyone has its own way. I'm sure that your way also very good way. So stoics normally do a practice that I saw that they do is called a negative visualization. So what is a negative visualization? As I mentioned, that you don't have to believe on that. I'm just explaining what they do. I'm just presenting you, so it could not be the way everyone think, but just I'm saying what they do, and then you can see if something that could be helpful. So Stoics normally use a visualization technique called a negative visualization. So what that Marcus Aurelius used to do, because he was an emperor that time, so he wakes up in the morning early, and then he started to visualize all kind of possible worst case scenario can happen throughout the day. Because he was an emperor, no one can have that power that time to do anything to him, but he always used to visualize the worst case scenarios, so that in the day when he went to the practice with meeting with different kind of people, he was not surprised by anything. That's how he trained your brain to be resilient to any kind of any kind of problem that comes on his way. For example, he wrote in his book, there is a book called he noted down everything he used to do, and he was such a honest man that he tried to burn that book before. He said that when I'll die, burn that book, I don't want this to. So but his followers said that no, we want people to know this, what you did. So he visualized that, okay, someone is coming and yelling at him and doing all kind of things that he doesn't expect it. That's how it's called a negative visualization. Now Mr. Usman asked that we know that by as a rule of thumb is that we normally visualize what we need. For example, as a rule of thumb, we visualize that, okay, I want a riches in my life. For example, let's say you want car, house, relationship. Always visualize positive things, right? That's what we know. Visualize the car, house, or the wealth that you want. And slowly, once you visualize, you start to think about it, and then you start to create in your life. So now the question came from Mr. Usman, is it not contradict? Let's say the negative visualization is not contradict with the positive visualization, then how does it work? Okay, so this is a very important question. Then the thing happen is that any kind of creation happens in 3 stages. This is the answer. Look at 3 stages. You need to you need to do it in 3 stages, any kind of creation. For example, let's say an architect will build a house by himself. So first what he does, he think, okay, and then he feel, okay, forget about the architect, let's talk about that 3 stages. So 3 stage of creation, how does it work? So anyone, not only architect, you or anyone, creates anything in 3 level. Any level disrupted, it will not come to your life or anyone's life. So the first is in mental plane or in mind, okay, mental, and then energetic level, okay, emotional level, which is first anything you think is in mental level, and once you keep thinking, it comes to your energetic level, the emotional level. You start to feel that emotion, either it's positive or negative. And the third stage come in the physical level, when you experience the thing that you want. For example, you want a Lamborghini in your life, so you start first think about it. It's come in your mind, is the mental, in the mental plane, and then once you keep thinking it, you start to feel that emotion of having that. That's some people called as feeling, some people called as energetic level, or some people called as an emotion. Emotion is, so you start to feel that emotion of having a car, being happy that you have the car that you are looking for, Lamborghini or any kind of car or any kind of luxurious things that you want. So it's come to the energetic level, and then you start to act upon it. So when you act upon it, it comes to your physical existence and you start to experience it. In any of these three process, if anything disrupted or not acted, it will not come to your life. Now what negative visualization does is, for example, you visualize the worst case scenario, right? Now once you visualize, let's say you visualize any kind of worst case scenario, now if you do not act on it, this is where comes the place of choice. Okay, for example, in front of you there is a fire and there is a luxurious car, and you visualize both of them. You visualize the fire and there is a car that you look for. Now you have given a choice. Okay, do you want to jump on the fire or you want to jump on the car? So it's a choice, right? This is where the comes up. So you think fire and car, so it's in your mental level. Now you start to feel the emotion. Okay, if I jump on the fire, it feels very awful, very disruptive. So you feel that, and then you feel, okay, if I have that luxurious car, that's amazing, I will have the holiday, very good. You start to feel, so it's an energetic level. Now the third stage is your action. So what do you want to do? You want to jump on the car, right? And then you choose what to do, and that your choice is taking you the things that you want to do. This is where it is. So when you do the negative visualization, you basically training your brain to experience that emotion, but you are not acting on it. So then how does it help in trading is, when you take a trade, the trade is going in the wrong direction, right? It will happen by either you take or anyone's trade. Then you start to feel that emotion of fear or any kind of emotion, and that emotion, if you do not make your brain resilient to that, you automatically, this emotion will impact your trading. You start to take some more decision based on that emotion. Either you will close the trade or you will over trade, or this is what will happen. But if you remain non-reactive to the emotion that is come to you, then you can be resilient to that emotion that already you are experiencing. And that's how it will really help you, and that's how you choose which emotion you should be acting and which emotion you should not be acting. Let's say you found an opportunity to take a big trade, you took that. So slowly, once you become resilient, at the end of the day, your brain become very resilient to any kind of emotion, so your mind become calm, and when you take the trade. And that's how one can understand a very good develop a very good trading psychology based on this. I hope that you understood. There are more to it, we'll talk about it. So in summary, any creation happens in three levels: mental, emotional, and physical level. And any of this not being related, it will not come to your life, or neither to anyone's life. So yeah, let's look at now to the next system. Okay, so we look at now, we see that gold has significant movement to the downside. Now if I look at the 1 hour chart on the 15 minutes also, okay, so we have seen primarily there is a doji has been created on the 15 minutes, which is a bullish doji. I think that we might see some bullish movement from here in case if it drops. Okay, so we might see on the lower time frame a bit more up and down. For me, I think that gold, for me, I wanted to see it has broken this support 2013, but we saw that there is already a bit more reaction coming after breaking this low, which is an important level on gold, which is now going up, and it might be it could be a good place now to go long on gold for short term. I think it will come now to this level 2019, very likely to happen. But I want to see a little deeper down, especially to this 4 hour or 1 hour 20 EMA. could be a very good place for me to go long on gold. Okay, dropping to this level around 2008 could be a very good place. So as news is coming, I will wait for a potential trading opportunity on, let me look at now quickly on all of them, especially GBP pairs. We see that GBP USD also approaching this level. Okay, so you see that GBP and all the gold, they are coming for a pullback, which is very good for us. As CPI coming, news coming, we'll look for potential buying opportunity in all of them when we'll see this pullback has happened. Okay, let me quickly look at all the pairs that how they are doing, so that we know exactly when to jump on a trade. So you see AUD USD after it's also coming down for a deeper pullback. So Euro AUD, guys, you can see it has come down to this previous resistance, turn support exactly to a very important level, and we see that again the price is booming to the upside, which is a very long-term bull market. Euro AUD, GBP CHF also showing a very strong bullish price action on, bearish price action on this one. I'm just looking at all of them. Okay, so gold is in a pullback, which is a very good point for us. Let me look at dollar CAD. Okay, so dollar CAD also today important. As you can see already, we have seen this is 4 hour. This is a very strong bearish price action on dollar CAD. Okay, a strong impulse. We'll be looking for a correction here. Okay, at least to this level, to this 20 EM on the 4 hour. Any kind of movement which very likely to happen, dollar CAD to come to that zone, we'll be looking for potential selling opportunity. Dollar CAD is one of my hot pair today on list, because there is a CAD news coming, and dollar CAD can give us a very good trading opportunity in the upcoming session. So let me look at, okay, US oil also we see a significant movement on US oil. So looking at indices on US30, we see that this market was bull market. From here we have seen this impulse, now again in a consolidation. So any kind of a false breakout from the bottom, US30 will look for potential bullish opportunity. You see there is a strong false breakout and then movement happen. There's back-to-back 3 candles did that same, and then this movement happened. So any kind of false breakout to the downside on US30 will look for potential bullish trading opportunity on US30 as well as S&P 500. Also, you see that this is a significantly bullish. So yeah, these are the things, guys. I see that quite a few pairs are now molding in the direction that we are expecting, especially GBP USD. I will be waiting for a pullback to the level. Okay, so this one has come well below here, but didn't touch the 20 EMA. GBP USD, as I mentioned earlier, that coming to this support can give us buying opportunity. So if it drops to this level, GBP USD will look for potential buying opportunity. I think that DXY will remain bearish, so any kind of pullback in all of them will give us potential trading opportunity. So in conclusion, gold, I'll look for a drop to the downside for buying, so I'll look for bullish opportunity on gold, only buying. GBP USD, I'll look for also buying. Euro dollar, also look for buying. Dollar yen, we'll see what happened, because this one might remain in a sideways, you can see. And GBP JPY also I look for buying. Euro JPY also look for buying when it will come to the zone that I can expect to trade. And I sincerely believe that, guys, that you enjoyed this live session. Anyone looking for a regulated broker, also use our link to open an account with EverTrade. You will get a bonus using our link in your trading account if you are in a eligible country. So EverTrade is regulated by a SIC and all the many major jurisdictions. So your capital will be in a safe hand, and you can use even with $100 capital to start your journey as a trader. I have given a link in the chat. You can use that link to open an account with them. It will really help you in your trading journey. I had a couple of questions from you guys. Let me look at it. Thank you. No problems. Proxlaw, baby channel. Good morning. Good morning. Why do you give importance to VV channel? Yeah, we do give importance on silver, but natural gas I do analysis, but some of the broker has a very high swap on natural gas. Because of this, I don't personally trade natural gas, but I do analyze. I do put analysis because some of the students trade. Yeah, if you need any time, no problems, because at the end of the day, all the technical perspective is same. Yeah, so we do post analysis in most of the instrument. GPM, okay. NZD CHF, thank you for GBP, no problems. Muhammad, thanks for that. Someone, can you look at Euro USD, NZD CHF? Okay, so I'll look at NZD CHF for you, no problem at all. Thank you. Okay, so NZD CHF, you can see this market has in fact significant drop. This is a very strongly falling market. I look at first of all monthly. Now from the monthly we can see that, this is a big drop on the monthly, and I think that NZD CHF in this move we could see break of this monthly support. So there is a still high probability for NZD CHF to drop, because at the end of the day it's a long-term bearish market. Historically, falling market, selling always a good idea. Now if I look at the weekly, we can see that this previous weekly candle also significantly bearish. There it has crossed this dodges high, grab huge liquidity, and close as a candle that has a long wick at the bottom and also long wick at the top. And we see that this market from the weekly, you see that it didn't do any pullback to the upside, so there is a huge momentum in it, and I think that this will continue to drop. Now if I look at daily, we can see that from the daily, a big liquidity gap and then started to drop, narrow pullback, another drop. Now previous day there was a big drop. Today, once the market went after little pullback, we see the market is melting. And from the lower time frame, what I see, this current candle, as you can see, after this big drop, little pullback, now you can see it started a bearish engulfer. Now this is still 2 hours to go for this candle. Any kind of pullback to the upside during this lifetime will be a good place for potential selling. Stop loss should be above this high and very tight. Take profit could be a quick trading opportunity on NZD CHF once the price will go up for a pullback during the lifetime of this candle. If this one is closing as a like that big red candle, the next one might go up again to grab some liquidity. But if during the lifetime of this candle, if the price goes up for a pullback, you see again it's coming down, and that is where quick short selling opportunity will come up. So with that said, thank you for being here. I'll see you again, guys, during the New York session live. There will be a lot of things coming up as GBP and USD news coming. I'll be on the chart all the time to give you guys the best trading opportunity, best trading experience. And as I mentioned, if you want to trade with us, learn our strategies, be part of this great trading community, you can visit the website, join us to be a part of this trading academy for the rest of your life if you choose the lifetime access plan. Thank you. I'll see you soon again, and thank you for your support to the channel. Stay up to date and we'll talk to you soon.